shoulder knee alignment. Alright. Now, as far as that stance, motion, second element. Forward side to side motion, I'm going to be in a square stance, front to back motion, staggered stance. Okay? And this is going to change throughout the match, throughout the whole period when we're wrestling. If I'm moving into the guy, I'm going to be in a staggered stance. If I'm circling, I'm going to be in a square stance. And that's just to make sure that we don't get our feet crossed while we're moving. So if I'm in a staggered stance and trying to move side to side, my feet are going to cross. That's why we go to our staggered or square stance. Okay. Third thing, level change. This is going to be right before our shot. Again, I make sure I stay shoulder over knee, change levels in my knees and hips, opposed to bending over in my back. Okay. And the fourth thing is penetration. What we want to concentrate on is making sure we take what I call an inside step opposed to an outside step. And all that means is my front foot does all the stepping, my back foot or trail leg is my push foot. For example, high crotch is probably the best example how to show this. If I have my right foot forward and I want to shoot a high crotch, grab right leg. I'm going to inside step with my right foot here, opposed to my trail leg, which would be an outside step here. Okay. And the reason for this is we can cover more distance stepping with our inside foot. Okay, that's the four basic elements: stance, motion, level change, and penetration. Now the second thing we want to cover is tie-ups. Okay, there's two basic ties that we want to cover: an inside tie and an outside tie. The first inside tie, I'm inside Brad's arm, he's outside mine. Okay, I have head control, he has none. All right. Now outside tie means Brad's going to have my head, I have his elbow. Now we both have the same thing. The reason we don't want to be here is obviously I want the advantage. So what we're going to do is work to inside tie. Okay. Real important on inside tie is hand positioning. I want it on the tricep opposed to having my thumb out and grabbing. Okay. This is what I call knee hook. Thumb is together with my fingers, clamps on his arm here. Again, I have head control, he has nothing. Okay? And the whole basis for this is to work his head, to snap down, use my setups there. Okay? Alright, now what we're going to do is cover three basic shots: single, double, and high crotch. And we're going to do finishes on the mat and also on our feet. So we're going to start off with high crotch, finishes on our feet. Alright, this is assuming we work from inside tie, we hit our high crotch, and we got on our feet here. Okay, now, first finish I'm going to hit here is a cut across. Alright, I drove to my feet, my hand position, I have right hand wrapped on the calf, left over right. Head's up in his ribs, and in my stance. Now, what I'm going to do from here, left hand's going to take over at the knee, jerks the foot to the outside. I step across. The right foot is key here. I don't step and keep my foot pointed towards Brad. My foot's going to step right towards the wall. Toes point this way. Lift, cut at the knee. Not the hip or the thigh. Down low at the knee. Here. Okay, one time. A little bit full speed. Up. Left hand takes over. Jerk the knee. Okay, that's a cut across. Now, second finish. Again, on my high crotch again, drives up. I go to cut across, and if you notice, Brad's left hand's on my elbow here. What he's going to do is keep that tight, so when I'm trying to cut across, he's keeping my elbow in, so I can't cut across. All I'm going to do, he's holding onto my elbow, I'm going to step my left foot back, and I'm going to dump him. Now, it's important here that I don't bend over and let my hand slide to the calf. My hand stay in the knee, here, and I'm going to bend at the waist. Step back, here, sitting down. Okay, go ahead and let go. Step. Again, I stay on my feet, he hits the mat. Okay, one more time, high crotch, he's blocking my elbow, left foot steps back, dump. Okay, dumping to regain his balance. His hand's going to come off of my elbow. So I hit my dump. Okay, he regains his balance. I go right to my cut across. Dump. Jerk the knee out. Step. Okay. That's finish number 3. Fake the dump to a cut across. Now, finish number 4. We have a real good guy here. He's blocking my elbow. I go to dump. His hand doesn't come off my elbow. Here. He stays in good position. Good stance here. Now, what I'm going to do is go to a power lift here. Take my dump. He stays on my elbow. My hands stay locked here. Hands are still locked. I'm going to let him slide all the way up to the crotch. Hips in. Okay? Hands are still locked. Pop my hips. Take him forward. Here. One more time. Stays tight on my elbow. Doesn't react to my dump. Here. Hands are locked in the crotch. Pop my hips. Here. Okay, setup number 4. Or finish number 4. The last finish we're going to hit here is a lift. Again, high crotch position. Again, I'm going to fake my dump. Here. Okay. Now, left hand is going deep, grabbing his thigh. Deep through the crotch, grab the thigh. Right hand's going to the lat. Again, I'm going to pop my hips and rotate. So pop my hips. I'm going to rotate, put my right knee down. High crotch position. Fake my dump. Left hand deep, right hand on the lat. Pop my hips. Rotate to my right knee. Okay, those are 5 basic finishes from the high crouch on your feet. They're very important to know. Now we're going to go ahead and move to the mat. High crouch finishes on the mat. Back a little bit. What I'm going to do is rotate to a double leg. Okay? This is a rotate double finish. Again, my hands are locked on the leg. He starts to sprawl. Our right hand is going to go straight up the crotch here. Left hand is going to stay on the calf. And all I'm going to do is rotate on my right knee. Here. Okay, let's get from this side. Hands are locked, right, sprawling, up the crotch. Calf. Rotate. Okay, that's the rotate double. Now, sometimes we get in here and Brad gets the angle on us. I'm in a pretty bad position here. Okay, he has the angle. This is where I want to be, right here, at worst, square. But somehow he got the angle here. He's sprawling, getting the angle, trying to spin. What I'm going to do is put my hands to one lock, post my left hand. Left knee's going in under. I'm going to elevate with my right hand. Post, elevate. Okay, again, this is when he's sprawling, trying to get the angle, trying to beat us. High crotch, he sprawls, post, left knee under, raise, up. Here. Now, from here, I'm going to hold his leg tight with my right hand. I'm going to duck out the back between his legs. Thumb pivot. Okay. One more time, he sprawls. Post, knee under, elevate. Out the back door. Okay. That's the second finish on the mat. Now, again, sometimes we're in high crotch position. He gets the angle, has his feet to the point where we can't post and lift. We're going to go ahead and crack him down. All right. This also happens sometimes when I shoot. Brad's going to sit down, try and scoot behind me. I go here. We end up in this position. Okay. Finish hands. Now, the key to this position is my shoulder. It can't come outside his thigh. For example, If I'm here, you'll notice this shoulder is outside his thigh. This is trouble for me, okay? What I need to concentrate on is keeping my shoulder inside the thigh, neck tight on his leg, okay? Now, second point is that I need to make sure my hips are down and outside this leg, right? My hips are here. Shoulder position's good, but I'm straddled and my hips are up. This gives him a chance to crotch lock, to slide a leg in, to do a lot of different things. What we want to do, as soon as we hit this position, both legs come outside. I put my right hip down. So I get here. Knees together, hips down. Okay? Now this eliminates a lot of things for him. There's no leg coming in, no crotch lock. Okay? Let's slide this way. First finish, we're going to hit from here. Usually when I get here, hips are down, Brad's going to go to a body lock. What I'm going to do, I'm going to post with my left hand. My right hand's lifting his knee, and I'm sliding my right hip under his knee. Here, lift, slide my hip under. Walk into it. Okay. If he stays body lock, it puts a lot of pressure on his ribs. Let's get it from this angle. Again, high cross position, shoulders in tight, hips down. Here. Lift. Slide the hip under. Finish. Okay. Now, ultimately what I want to do is switch off to a double leg. Okay. Now, first finish, second finish rather, is as soon as I hit my high crotch, all I'm going to do is from over top to a double leg. Make sure I run my hips over. Hips down. I'm going to switch hands. This left hand is going to take the knee. Right hand is going to switch across. Jump my hips. Here. End up in this position. Okay. It's very important that we run our hips opposite our head. Whether it be a high crotch, a double leg, it doesn't really matter. I have to make sure my hips are opposite my head. Let's get from this side. And now, from this angle, same finish. Left hand, I'm posting my head. Left hand is going to take over from my right hand here. Right hand cuts across. As soon as I cut across, I need to make sure my hips are on their way over. Here. End up here. Okay, now, once we're in this position, it's very important that I control the bottom leg, which is this one, opposed to the top leg. This leg means nothing to me right now. I can let go here, two hands on the bottom leg. Here. Okay, now I'm going to switch left hand to the knee, right hand's going to limp out. Let's go. Shoulder comes through, post. Turn my hips down. Okay. Alright. Alright, finish number 4 is going to be a cut across also. This time, Brad's going to be a little tougher on me. He's going to pinch, so I can't get the right arm out to cut across. Okay, he's pinched. Okay, go back now. First setup, I want to go here. Now Brad's pinching the leg in tight. I can't get the arm out to go over his leg. I'm going to slide it underneath. Left hand takes over for the knee, just like he did before. Right hand's going to slide under on the mat. Here. Cat, jump. We end up in the same position. Let go of the top leg, control the bottom leg. Hips down. Let's get it from this position. Again, head's posted, left hand takes over from my right hand. He's pinching hard. I can't get my arm out. I let it slide. Put the back of my hand on the mat, slide it through, control the ankle or the calf. Jump my hips over, bottom leg. Here. Post. Hips down. Okay. Now, next, Brad's really pretty tough. He's been in this position before. He's going to pinch my arm off and go to a hurdler stretch so I can't go underneath his calf. High crotch position, hips down. Now, he's got my arm pinched off over here. I can't get my right arm out and I can't go underneath because there's nothing there. Alright? What we're going gonna do here, you'll notice he's still body locked, tight. I have no options to cut across to a double. I'm gonna clamp the arm tight, roll right out over my head, put my left hip on the mat. So I clamp, roll tight, put my left hip on the mat. Here. Now, my options here are to keep his leg tight, or the safer one, let the leg go, head comes up, finish. Okay. One more time. Again, no options to the right. I can't cut across, I can't slide underneath. Clamp tight, go out over my head, cleared, finish. Okay, so those are the 4 basic finishes, switching to a double. Now, if for some reason I get in this position and I don't get my hips down quick enough, remember it's key to get the right hip down. Brad crotch locks me, okay? Now, everything that I've just done from a crotch lock won't work. Reaching underneath, switching to a double, I can still do those things. I can reach underneath, but if he stays crotch locked tough, it makes it tough on me to finish here. Okay? So what we're going to do is high leg over. Okay? Now, it's real important here not to get in a big hurry and let him throw my hips through. I'm going to tell you this crotch lock. I'm going to high leg over. My left leg is going to high leg over. I'm going to sit on Brad's left leg. Here. Okay? This is the position I want to end up in. He's crotch locked, can't get my right hip down. High leg over, under control, sit on his left leg. Here. Now, the thing that we have to watch for here is Brad pulling me through. Okay? What I want to do is with my right hand, again, it's going to sweep the mat, catch the bottom leg. So if Brad takes me through this way, right hand sweeps, catch the bottom leg. Here. Okay? Now, I can fight from here. Again, bottom leg, go ahead and say crotch lock. Here, left to right arm through, hips down. Okay? Alright, that's all high crotch finishes on the mat. Now, switching gears here, next move, single leg. Alright? Single leg that we're going to do is an angle knee drop. My lead foot, again, is going to step right outside Brad's foot. I'm going here, my right knee's going down, wrapping with my back hand. So I'm here, step, knee down, right foot, or left foot, trail leg comes out to the side, here. Okay, now, hands. So what I'm going to lock my hand, the hand that wraps the leg goes on top, here. Okay, reason for this, if I lock left over right, Brad pulls the hand up, breaks my lock. Right over left, pulls the bottom hand, nothing happened. Okay? Now, the pressure we need here, down and in with the arms. So I'm here, I'm pulling down and in. Okay? My left foot, I'm going to drive to my feet. Here. Okay? Single leg position, head in the chest, good stance. Alright? Now, remember I mentioned shoulder knee earlier. If Brad would walk away, still, I have shoulder knee alignment, okay? So our positioning is very important. All right, now, I've got the single leg to our feet here. First finish we're going to do is a reach behind football tackle. And I need to clear the leg. So what I'm going to do, tension tight, good position. Left leg is going to high leg over. Left hand goes to the knee. My right hand is going to reach behind. I'm going to step and drive across, okay? Here. A little point that will help you out. Guys are going to have trouble with this. Is not real tight. When I lift out, I'm going to let my right shoulder drop below his thigh. Step out, drop my shoulder, drive forward here. Okay. All right. Reach behind football tackle. Next finish. Single leg, I drove up to my feet, here. I'm going to dump him. In order for him to stop my football tackle, he's going to try and square up with me here. Okay, what I'm going to do is dumping, same kind of dump we did on our high cross. My left foot is going to go forward. So I'm going one step forward to my left foot, right foot stepping back, and again I'm going to bend at the waist. Okay. Again, I stay on my feet, he goes down. Single leg. He squares up, left foot forward, here, right foot back. Okay. Finish number 2 is a dump. Now, third finish is going to be a cut across. Again, it's the same as a high cross cut across, but I'm going to keep my head to the inside. Okay? Here. Hands are locked. Now, for a cut across to work, I'm going to set it up the same way I did as a high cross. I'm going to start to dumping. Start to dump. Left foot forward, right foot back. Dump. He regains his balance. Now, my right hand takes over. Right hand grabs the knee, left hand releases. Step the right foot back, jerk the knee up, outside my hip. And I'm going to run across, again, cutting at the knee, opposed to the hip or thigh. Okay? Dump, jerk the knee out, cut at the knee. Finish. Finish. Now, something I forgot to mention. All the finishes we've done so far started with Brad's leg to the middle. Alright, now we want to go to some finishes where we clear it to the inside. Okay? So have the single leg up. To clear it, I'm going to bump with my right knee, left foot steps back. Bump, clear. Left elbow goes deep. Okay? Now, it's real important, after I bump, I keep my hands locked, and they're just going to slide. So those legs are going to slide to my left elbow, my left hip's going in. Bump, lift, slide. Left hip in. So if Brad's facing this way, I'm facing opposite. Okay, left hip is in. Alright, first finish we want to hit from here is just a trip. My back hand, my right hand, is going to go to Brad's armpit. Left foot trips. Here. Okay. Easy way to think of this is if you're trying to crack your back, doing this. Left foot trips, right arm push. Here. Inside bump, lift, left hand in, left hip in. Okay, again, cracking my back, right hand goes in the armpit, left foot trips. Here. Cover. Okay. Big mistake you'll make is trying to trip with the right foot as you're pushing. You guys are trying to do this, which is not all bad unless just what Brad's doing catches a whizzer on the way down. Here. Okay, this causes problems. So we trip with the left foot here. Okay. Second finish in same position. Cleared the leg, lifted, left hip in. Okay. Brad's a pretty good athlete. I go to trip, he doesn't go down. Stays up. Now what I'm going to do is over-exaggerate my hips. I'm going to take kind of a back step with my feet. Left foot goes in, right foot goes back. I'm just going to bow down, keeping the knee tight. Here. And cover. Have it cleared. I go trip, he doesn't go down. Back step, bow. Okay, so those are two main finishes when we clear the leg to the inside. Now we're going to go to the outside. Sometimes I get in on my single and Brad goes right on my hip here. That's fine for me. Okay, what I'm going to do is go ahead and jerk it on up. Let my right elbow go deep, right hip in. Here. Okay. Now, two basic finishes here. Right leg trip with a club. Okay, right hip's in. I'm going to trip again, just like cracking my back. I'm going to trip with my right foot, left hand, clubbing in the neck. Here. Okay. hip in. Here. Club, trip. Okay. Second finish is a dump. Okay. Almost identical from an inside clear as it is to an outside. Okay, I go to trip, Brad jumps it, doesn't go down. Hands come back, lock. Again, I'm going to take a back step. Here. Bump. Okay. Now, the way these usually work is I get in here, got the leg clear, I go to bump, Brad doesn't go down. Bump, club. Okay, so a quick change of direction. Alright, that's single leg finishes on our feet. Now we want to move down to the mat for single leg finishes. Okay, again, just to review the single leg, step, knee down, arm deep. Okay, first finish we're going to hit from here. Brad sprawls a little bit, is a reach behind. Okay, I'm going to get the angle on my toes, right elbow. Turn this way. In this position, this right elbow is key. I have to get it to the mat, behind his calf. So we get here, watch my right elbow. It's going to go here. Okay, now I still have my shoulder pressure. I'm going to run behind, and my elbow keeps Brad from spinning in a circle. Okay, now once I'm here, right hand stays on the knee, left hand goes to the ankle here. Okay, you'll notice Brad still has his whizzer in here. What I'm going to do, my right leg takes over from my elbow. It steps behind the ankle. Hands are going to switch. Left hand goes to the knee. Right hand is going to reach across to the far ankle. Go ahead and keep your whizzer if you want. He can keep his whizzer in as long as I stay down on the ankle. Now, mistake here is you reach behind and you come above his butt. Now his whizzer's effective. Okay? So general rule here. Right hand never goes above the butt. It's got to stay down low. In this position, hands switch. Right hand reaches across low to the ankle, and I drive forward, not straight across. That doesn't hurt his whizzer. Forward, here. Okay? Let's get it across. Again, single leg, Brad sprawling. I'm on my toes here. Elbow down. This blocks the calf. He can't spin with me now. Here. To the ankle. Left hand takes him over for the right. Here. Okay. Okay. First finish, reach behind. Okay. Now, that pressure was Brad sprawling, squaring up to me. I had to get the angle, reach behind. Okay. Now, we're going to change directions here. I'm in on my single. Brad throws his left hip into me. Here. Okay? I don't need to get the angle here. It's almost impossible. He's got me beat to this side. Okay? What I can do is change direction and hit my cutaway here. Still have my hands locked tight. Good position. My left foot is going to step across, and I'm going to hit a rotate double type action. Okay? This is what we call cutaway. Hands are tight. My right hand is going to buckle his knee. Left foot steps across, switching to a double, pivoting on my knee, buckle, his knee here. Right hand is going to be key here. The right hand has to make his knee do this. Okay? If I don't, I'm going to get in trouble here. He's going to sprawl, get his hips down, and beat me here. Left hip's in, right hand takes over. Head comes up. Other side to the double. Buckle his knee. Okay. Second finish, cutaway. Okay. Now, we've had pressure. Brad's squaring up. Brad throwing his left hip in, trying to get the angle. Now what we're going to do is we're in deep. Brad sprawls, squares up on me. We're going to split the middle. Okay, and you're tight. Brad's squaring up hard. Now, here, I don't want to keep my hands locked and end up letting Brad sprawl on me. Okay? I'm going to post left hand. Again, my left knee's going to slide in under. So what I do is I put my right foot up, push off of. Right foot's up, left knee slides under. Here, split the middle. Okay? This is the motion without a partner. And then on a single, he's covered my head. Okay? I don't stay here. Post the hand, keep the leg with my right hand. I push off of my right foot to get my left knee under, slides under, and I end up here. Get my head down, he's sprawling hard. Hand post, the foot comes up. Push off the foot, split the middle. Okay, now from here, the quickest, easiest way to finish is to pull tight with the right hand, pop with the left hand, take him off my right side. Here. Again, control the bottom leg. Here. Okay? Sprawl hard, post, up. Okay? Now, you'll notice what I'm doing with my ankles. I don't come up here. Too much can happen to me up here. This is the one time that it's okay to sit on your haunches here, to keep your hips down. Okay? I'm here, sitting on my ankles, here. Alright, this eliminates him from grabbing my ankles. Pull, post, here. Cover. Okay. Okay, now, our last finish here is going to be a cut across on the mat. Alright, this is a little dangerous because I'm cutting in front of his body and giving him a big advantage here. What I'm going to do, this position, I can't hit my cutaway. He doesn't really have his left hip into me, okay, but he's got the angle. What I'm going to do is cut across, just like we did on our feet. So I'm running straight across his body. Hands are locked, switch. Again, I'm going to buckle the knee with my left hand this time. Here, okay, across. Okay, the reason this is so dangerous is because it's hard for me to get my hips across. Okay? Remember I said your hips have to go opposite your head on every shot. So I'm here, he sprawls a little bit, can't cut away, change direction, chop, straight across. My head's gonna post and my hips cover. Again, I'm here, let go of the top leg, bottom leg. Hips down. Okay. Okay. Now, one more finish here. When Brad's real tough, got a good whizzer, and maybe even whizzer and grabs his own foot. What I mean here is I have a single leg, Brad's down on his knee, and he whizzers and grabs his own. Okay, he can grab his thigh, he can grab his leg, whatever he wants to do here. Okay? This is tough for me to finish here. Alright? What I'm going to do is bring his leg to my right thigh. Okay? So he's whizzing, got his knee down, he's grabbing his own thigh. What I'm going to do is lift this knee. Again, my hands are unlocked so I can poke. Here. Now, what I'm going to do, bring this knee to this thigh, bring this foot up. Here. Okay? This is the position I want to be in. Okay, a couple things we have to be aware of here is him reaching back for my ankle. I don't want that to happen. Okay? I'm not going to be here very long though. I've got his thigh on my, or his shin on my thigh. I'm going to drive up here to my feet and finish from here. Okay? A lot of times what's going to happen is he's clamping tight. Once I get this up on my thigh here, okay, he's usually either reaching for my ankle or he's going to go forward. Okay? I'm going to go here. Bring him forward. Alright, now, drive up. Here. Okay. One more finish from a tight whizzer that I left out earlier. If I hit my single, Brad whizzers, he's in here tight. Now, what I'm going to do is a limp arm. Okay? I can do it if Brad's on his feet or on his knees, it doesn't matter. Okay? The key is having pressure. He's pressuring me hard here. post my hand. This is no good. This is worse. And going flat is the worst possible position. So from here, I post my hand, keep it tight. My right foot is going to step over, and I'm going to limp. Okay. If you notice, Brad fell forward, because that's where all his weight and pressure was. Okay. Another way to hit it is if Brad's on his knees here. Okay. Got the hand posted. I got to step over the back leg. Here. Pressure forward. Okay. All right. Two little points on a limp arm. First point is, I can't limp arm if Brad doesn't have pressure. So to create pressure sometimes, I'm going to drive into him. He's on his knee. Okay, I stepped over. The worst thing that can happen, catch him arm when I come out, is if I don't have pressure and I try and limp, here. This is no good. What I need to do is drive across. Just a little bit of pressure. If you notice, I'm pushing in. Here, okay? In a match, it's going to be a quick hop to get him to pressure back. So I push in, he pressures back, limp, okay? All right, so when I hit that shot we want to cover here is a double leg. We've already covered a high crotch and finishes on the mat and on our feet and a single leg as well. So now what we want to do is go to a double leg, okay? Again, the basis for our two shots so far is our foot positioning. High crotch, I've stepped inside Brad's right foot. Single leg is outside his left foot. Now double leg is going to be the third positioning that I'm going to step, and that's going to be right between his feet. Okay? Now, the finishes for a double leg, pretty basic, pretty simple. First finish we're going to do is just a blast double. So in my position, I lower my level, double here. Okay. Now, real important hand position has to be the crook of the knee. I don't want to lock my hands here. I don't want to stay up high. Crook of the knee, buckle his knee. Okay. What I'm going to do is get a double leg, blow through, and again, make sure I run my feet opposite my head. Here, change my level, blast double, head post. Jump my hips over. Again, control bottom leg. Here. Okay. So first double leg is a blast double. Pretty straightforward. Okay. Second double leg I'm going to hit. I get in on a double, Brad's going to give me some resistance and sprawl. What I'm going to do is rotate and cut his knee. It's almost identical to our cutaway from our head inside single. So lower my level, double here. He sprawls. Now, my left foot has to come up. Okay? Right hand buckles the knee, pivot on my right knee. Here. Okay. This is the same motion we did from our high crotch. Here he sprawled, rotate double. Okay? The only difference is I'm already in on the leg. Okay, so that's finish number 2. Rotate, double, cut the knee out. Now, third finish. I'm going to go ahead and lift Brad, cut his knees on the way up, take him to his back. Try and go in slow motion here. Double, foot comes up, step across, cut his knee. Okay? Again, this is like our high crotch, so we fake our dump, cut across. Same motion. Double leg, cut. Okay. And our last finish from a double leg is going to be a lift and half on the way down. Double leg, left foot comes up. Now, what I'm going to do here, a lot of people make a mistake and just try and lift here. Okay, see what's happening is my back is bending, and I'm going to be lifting with my back. What I'm going to do is pivot on my left foot. Right foot stays posted here. Getting up in the air. Okay, now, from here, still have the legs tight. Left hand's going to swim underneath, control the calf. So I have 2 hands on the bottom leg. Now, important here that we get our knee positioning right. The knee that's going down is the knee of the side of the body that my opponent's on. He's on my right side, right knee goes down. Okay, knee down, let him fall off my shoulder, here, hang. Again, double leg, up. Control the calf. Right side, right knee. This time I'm going to add a half Nelson on the way down. Swing the legs, swing, knee down, half, here. Okay. Those are your 4 basic finishes from a double leg. Okay. Now that we've covered the 3 basic shots and some finishes, what we want to do is go over some setups. Okay. The higher level you get, the harder it is to get on the opponent's legs. So what we're going to do is give you some options here, some setups, 4 basic setups, 5 basic setups to use. Okay. And then you can hit any of your shots off this, single, double, or high crotch. First setup from an inside tie. Okay? This is why our inside tie is so important. Head control, tricep, knee hook. Here. Just going to head snap, Brad comes up, hit my double, and hit my high crotch, or my single. Okay? We'll rest, head snap, shot. Alright? So the first setup was a head snap. Now, that's probably the most basic and elementary setup. Now what we want to go to is some elbow pulls. Okay? Now, I haven't talked much about outside tie, but we can hit some setups in there. We're going to start off, outside tie, Brad has my head. Now, this position, I can't snap Brad down. He's got my head, I've got his. I snap his head, it's only going to be a natural reaction for my head to go down. Okay, that didn't do either one of us any good. So what we're going to do here, control the elbow. Alright, from here I'm going to elbow pull, not lift. This is an elbow lift for a duck under. I'm going to elbow pull. So what's going to happen is, he stays here, I'm going to pull the elbow straight over my head to straighten his arm out. Okay? Here. Pull. High crotch. Pull. Double leg. And I can even pull single leg. Okay? Now, setup seems a little weird for single leg, but if I'm pulling this elbow, which leg would it seem normal that I would go to? It'd be this one, okay? Which is exactly why I'm switching off. I'm going to pull this elbow. Most likely Brad's going to take this leg back, which is fine. I go to my single, okay? So we can't hit that from all positions. Now, that was outside tie, elbow pulls. Now we're going to go inside tie, elbow pull, okay? Very little difference here, okay? There is one point that's very important on a high crotch especially. When I hit my high crotch and do a pull, he can underhook this arm if I don't clear. Here. I'm sure you've been caught here before. Okay, this is a tough position to win. To eliminate this from our inside tie, my arm is going to come down, my back, and turn. Palm up, pat myself on the back. Okay, this should help to eliminate getting underhooked. So I go here. There's no underhook there. Now I've got to turn the corner. Okay? Again, we can hit all our shots from here. Double leg. Or, with the same principle in mind, my single leg. Here. Okay? So that was elbow pull from both an inside and an outside tie. Okay? Now, staying with inside and outside tie, we're going to go to an elbow shove. Okay? I'll start with inside tie first, because this is probably the toughest one for people to do, because it requires an extra step. From an inside tie, for an elbow shove to work, I need to create an angle. Here, Brad and I are square. Here's where I want to be, at an angle. So what I'm going to do is my left foot, my trail here to create my angle for my shot. Now, key points here. The hand that's on the head comes off the head as I start my push. I go here, I start my push, this hand slides down. Here. Okay, so my arms are going to be crossed. Step, push, here. High crotch. Okay. Double. Now, single leg in this position is a little tougher to hit. And most likely I'm not going to hit my single leg from here. Unless Brad overreacts and really takes that foot back here. I would hit a single. Okay, that's not a very likely situation, but it can happen. Okay? So one time, speed it up here a little bit. As you get better with it, it'll be a step and a hop. Okay? It'll be here. But to start out, basic principles. Step 1, step 2, arms crossed. Step 3 is your shot. Here. Okay? One more time fast. Here. All 3 steps together. Okay? It's an elbow shove from an inside tie. Okay? Now, we're going to hit elbow shove from an outside tie, which is a lot easier for most guys to hit. Again, remember, outside tie. I control his head, he controls mine. Neither one of us have anything here. First shot that I'm going to hit is a single leg, but I hit it to this side. Okay? I'm controlling the elbow. My hand's going to come off his head. Step with my left foot. Hand comes off his head, and I'm going to turn my side to it, controlling this elbow. Here. Turn down and away. Push the elbow. Okay? Now, a lot of people use this to clear an hand off your head. We're going to go ahead and shoot off of it. Okay? It's not a normal shot. Step, shove, and I'm going to keep running right through it. Here. Pick up a single leg. Okay? Outside tie, step, shove, single leg. One more time from the thing. The key is for us to turn our head and look away. Step, look away, shove. Okay, now, you'll notice I keep my hand on his elbow to the very last second, and it's actually getting stuck in here. Step, here. Okay, this is okay. Alright. So we got elbow shove from inside, outside tie, elbow pull from inside, outside tie, and a head smack. Okay, so we have five setups right there. Now, one more setup that I use specifically for my single leg, probably one of my favorites and the safest setup takedown combination that I know. Okay, and obviously my favorite. And it can come from inside tie, outside tie, doesn't matter. Okay? Here I have inside tie. Here I have outside tie. Alright? And it doesn't matter what we have. The key is the wrist control on the far side. Okay? Everybody ends up in this situation. Again, inside tie, Brad has my elbow. Outside tie, Brad still has my elbow. Nothing's changed. Okay? What I'm going to do with my left hand, okay, we're doing it from inside tie first. It's coming across, grabbing this wrist here. Okay, palm up, not palm down, palm up here. And it's going to be a wrist pull. Very simple technique, very effective. Inside tie, wrist pull. Now I'm stepping, hitting my single leg. What I do not want to do when I'm here is duck this. I'm not doing this. I'm keeping his arm on the inside of my neck. So we're going to hit here. Okay. This is the position we want. Not here. Okay. Very safe, very effective. Here. Now, once I have the leg under control, I come off my hands, go to a regular single. Okay. Again, that was from inside tie, from outside tie. Brad has my head, cross wrist, same position. Key with my neck, wrap the hand deep, lock my hands. Okay? Now, the reason this is so safe and so effective, if, for example, Brad hits a pretty nice sprawl here on my shot. I don't get in trouble here. Cross wrist, he sprawls. Okay? I don't panic. We're in this position. Okay, Brad's got his hips back. Alright, you can't front headlock me. He's not going to spin. What I'm going to do is go to both hands on his wrist. Post the wrist, circle to the right, come out. Okay? No trouble here. Let's take this angle this time. Here, cross wrist. I miss it. Okay? I can't, the only way he can get around me is to go this direction. If he spins, that's the only way he can get around me. So to prevent that, I've got to post the wrist, circle to the right. Okay? Have the wrist, he sprawls, post, two hands on it. He's trying to spin, I'm going here. Back up in my stance. Okay? That's our last setup, or our sixth setup, is arm pull, single leg. Alright? We did it from elbow tie. Alright? Now, what we're going to do here to finish up on our feet, we've hit our three basic shots, we've hit finishes from all and setups. Now what we're going to do is, for 1 minute here, 2 minutes, show you how to drill. Okay? Not that you don't know how already, but to re-emphasize the importance of drilling and to give you a different perspective. Okay? If Brad and I are just walking into practice, getting ready to go, getting ready to warm up and drill. We're going to hit maybe shots of 2, sets of 2, sets of 3. Okay? What I want to do is simulate everything as in a match. Okay? I don't want to walk out here right for breakfast. I'm going to hit some shots here. Okay? You're never going to do that in a match. So what we want to do is be in our stance. We don't have to be going live or even tense. Just simulate your stance. Reach with my opposite hand. Get tied up here. Hit my high crotch. Simulate my finish. Step across. Don't let the leg down. Okay? Now it's Brad's turn. He's going to hit a high crotch. Simulate his finishes here. Okay? Lets my leg down. Very important, guys, that we simulate finishes. Opposed to, I'm going to hit my head snap single, head snap single leg, drive up, and cut, and dump, let his leg across. Now, the thing I need to emphasize here is my stance. When I drive to my feet, I'm in my stance. High cross, drive up. Okay, simulate my finishes. Stop, Brad walks away. I still have my stance here. Shoulder, knee, alignment. Okay? Very, very important. Alright? Now, you'll notice Brad's not giving me a lot of resistance. He's letting me set up my shots. He's letting me drill. Okay? This is how we drill. We go nice and slow. Then I'll say, okay, start taking it down. Tight up here. Right back up. Right back on. Single leg. Okay? So that just gives you an idea of how you need to be drilling. Start off slow, simulate everything. Then you can go to take them down. Okay? Alright, that finishes up everything on our feet. What we're going to do is go down on the mat now. Some basic skills on the mat. We're going to start off with probably the most basic skill is a stand-up. Okay? However, this is also the most effective way to get off bottom. Alright? Get it on top. The way I hit my stand-up. Now, the reason your stand-ups get stopped for a couple reasons. One is you don't get hand control. And the second is you're just not quick enough. You don't beat them off the whistle. You weren't ready. Okay, those are usually the two factors that stop a stand-up. Okay? One of them we can prevent. The other one we can work on real hard. Okay? Now, my alignment for my stand-up, I have very little weight on my hands. My back goes to a cat back. I arch my back, I have very little weight on my hands. Okay? Now, from here, when I hit my stand-up, a lot of you are probably taught to clear your left arm. Okay? I don't clear my left arm at all. I bring it straight back to my hip here. Okay? So I hit my stand-up, I go left hip, hand control here. Alright? This eliminates a lot of things, guys. He can't lock his hands. I can get to my feet. He's not going to lock his hands. He tries to come over my arm and lock. I block. He goes back, goes under, block. Okay? And this is something that you need to work on, something you need to drill. I'm pretty confident, I'm pretty comfortable. I get on my feet, get here, I'm not going back down. He can try and lock all he wants. I'm going here. Okay? I stay in this zone here, elbow tight. And all I'm doing is bending my elbow. He tries to go over top. I don't let him lock. He goes underneath. I go down. Okay? Alright. So that's the hand control part of the stand-up. Now, we're going to the basic footwork. Remember, very little weight on my hand. Left foot comes up, elbow back. Here. Okay? Now, push comes from my left foot. My right foot is not going to move from where it's at right now. Okay? I'm not going to stand up. I'm pushing back, rotating here. Back pressure. Hand control. Okay? Very basic stand up. Alright? But again, very effective. Alright? Being on your feet is about the farthest place from your back, so that's where we need to be. Okay? Alright, now, second move we're going to hit from here, from bottom position, is a switch. Alright? Let's go this position here. Now, switch. First element, clear in my left arm. Okay? All the work that I'm going to do after that isn't worth anything if I don't have this left arm cleared. So I'm going to cross my hands, right knee's coming up. Okay, this is all one step. Hand cross, knee raises. Alright? Here. Now, from this position, what I tell my guys is rotate all the way through, so your hip hyson all the way through, sitting on the right hip, right elbow goes in the mat. Okay? Here, all the way through. A lot of pressure on his arm. Biggest mistake that I see happening is guys hit their switch here. This isn't my right hip, guys. This is my butt, and my elbow's not on the mat. Okay? All the way through one motion. Knee raises, elbow to the mat. Here. Okay? Now, I know in a match this is tough. Even if I get here, you guys can re-switch me. Okay? You can step over. A lot of things you can do. What we're going to do to make our switch more effective, once we get here, what I try to do is put my head in his hip, and I'm going to scissor kick. Okay? Not hip heights. I'm not bringing my left leg over. I'm sliding my right leg under. I'm going here. Okay? Now I'm going to be like a head inside single. Here. Alright? Very important. Okay? First point, clear the elbow. Second point, get to the right hip. Then we're going to scissor kick. Okay? Now, third move we're going to hit from here is a sit back, turn in. Very basic sit out, turn in. I call it a sit back and turn in because I don't sit out, I sit back. So if Brad's on me, let me do that first. Okay? My motion is going to be straight back. Hands are pushing. Okay? I push, 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 push over my left foot. Here. Sit to here. Same sit out as this. Okay? I'm going to end up in this position, but what I want to do is go back. Here. Turn in. Okay? The reason for that is, you're down. If Brad sits out, okay, and I'm on top of Brad, I'm pretty good on top. He sits out, I'm going here, snapping him back, okay? That was something I did a lot, and still preach a lot because it's very effective. Now, if I'm sitting back, it's going to do two things to Brad. Number one, it's going to eliminate the snapback, okay? Assuming I don't do this. Okay? Again, it's under control. Push, push, here. My weight's forward. And then I turn in. Now, if you'll notice, I didn't know if Phil would happen. But Brad's on top of me. It's going to push him off balance. You in your normal stance or you back? Okay. Normal stance here. Watch what happens to him when I go back. He has to readjust. That gives me enough time, enough space. Tuck the elbow. Turn in. Okay. and then we're going to finish like your regular sit out, turn in motion. Left arm between the bodies, head comes out, get our reversal. Okay? Let's go one more time from this angle. Go all the way through. Push. Here. Tuck the elbow. Left hand comes up. Here. Okay? Alright, now, our last thing we're going to show off the bottom is one roll here for you to hit. It's a roll I do a little bit differently. I call it a cut roll. And the main differences are I go to my elbow opposed to my shoulder, like you would a sit out, turn in, vice roll. Okay, this is called a cut roll. Brad's on top, and I hit this right off. I can hit it off the whistle, I can hit it off the scramble. Okay, my motion, right hand goes to the wrist, knees together here. Now, this elbow is very important. It has to post in the mat. Most guys go here and end up collapsing. Okay, this won't work. Brad's way to counter a roll is to run his hips to my head, half Nelson, with his left hand. And that'll work if I go here and roll on my shoulder, run your hips to my head. Okay, that's what's going to happen. On the cut roll, that can't happen. Okay, I'm posting my elbow, knees together. Okay, if you think about it being a left-handed switch, remember a switch, we went here, cleared our hips. Sat to the right hip. I'm going to do the same thing. Elbows going in the mat. I'm going to try and sit to my left hip. Okay? I go here, sit. Okay.